Good morning, YouTube. So today I'm going to be taking you on my commute from Hitchin to London. Yeah, I'm trying to catch the 7:56 train and I'm late. So I'm panting and walking really fast. It's a 19-minute walk from my house to the train station. And yeah, that's all the update I'm going to give now, so I can focus on trying to meet this train. I go through this quiet footpath on my way to the train station. I start my day listening to Christian songs. I use this time to pray, to meditate. My AirPods are my best friend when I'm walking. You also want to make sure you have comfortable shoes. And just walking early in the morning on the way to the train station, listening to songs, helps me to start my day on a very good note. And I usually use mobile tickets to get through the barriers at the train station because I find them more convenient and easy to use for me. Oftentimes I'm nearly late for my train or just on time, so it's just nice to know that I don't have to buy paper tickets or have to get my tickets just before my train. So the train has come. This is what the passenger traffic is looking like. This was the 7:56 train, and yeah, not that many people were at the train station. Sometimes it's more busy, and then I think it also depends on the season. So I shot this video early in the year, and then now a lot more people are back into work, and so there's a lot more traffic and demand for the trains into London. I decided to film this video because it's one of the things that I searched YouTube for when I was looking to move closer to London. So I was thinking of living in a commuter town, and then I knew that I had to get a train into London. It was a big decision to make. I had to think about the travel time, whether it was going to be stressful, how convenient, think about the cost, know what the traffic was like on the train, whether they were really packed, would I find seats, and then just knowing what to expect. So I decided to film this video to share what my experience has been as a commuter. I travel into London nearly every day, at least 3 times a week or 4 times, and I hope this video helps somebody out there. I hope this video blesses you. I hope this video guides you or gives you some sort of understanding of what life is like as a commuter into London. So this is what the traffic looked like on the 7:56 train into London on this day, and this is what it looks like on a different day. It's still a 7:56 train, so you see that it varies. On the other day, some people were standing, but there were still many available seats on the train. I usually get the train that goes through London St. Pancras International, and there are 2 options. You can either get the train that goes to Horsham or the train that goes to Brighton. The first stop in London on either of those trains is Finsbury Park. A good number of people get off there, but most people get off at London St. Pancras International. If you plan to get a season's ticket from Hitchin to a London terminal, know that the ticket will only cover you as far as St. Pancras. If you intend to go further than that to any of the stops after St. Pancras, for instance, Farringdon, City Thameslink, London Park Fries, then you need to get a different kind of ticket. Just so you know, as you approach St. Pancras International, you would lose your data service. You won't have mobile coverage or data, and then you'd also not have data shortly after you leave the train station. But once you're closer to Farringdon, you get reconnected back, and then aside from St. Pancras, I think you'll be fine for most of the trip. Occasionally, when you go through certain tunnels on the way to Hitchin or on the way to London, you may lose your network briefly, but then that's not for extended period of time. You just find that your data is slow. Arrived at Farringdon. I'm about to get off now. At Farringdon, they don't have the mobile ticket scanners, so you have to show your ticket to the train station staff. And if your ticket doesn't cover you to Farringdon or some other Thameslink station, or if you have like a ticket that covers you to a London terminal, then you may have issues and they may not let you through. Thank you. Yes, hi. Can I have one hot chocolate? Hot chocolate. Is over here? Anything else today for you? No, thank you. Thank you so much. Quick question for you. If you're a commuter, where do you commute from? And if you're looking to commute as well, let me know where you plan or where you're looking to commute from. So, done for the day, headed back home, leaving London soon. I'm walking to the train station and it's like 6:15 at the moment. So yeah, we'll see how this commute ends. Now, just to go over something that may be on your mind, train delays. Yeah, this could be a nightmare when you're trying to get somewhere and then you're stuck on this train or your train is delayed. In my experience, it hasn't been too bad. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and there have been times where trains are held at a red signal where the train basically just stands still, it's not moving, and then you all have to wait. And then there have been times where there have been trespassers on the track. Yeah, and then there was this one time where I had to take a taxi into London, cost me over 50 quid, and it was just because for some reason they had cancelled all the trains for like the next 5 hours and I had to be in London. So it's something to be mindful of. You can also claim delay compensation, but I mean sometimes the amount you get, it's so annoying. So for my 50 quid taxi, I think I got like less than £7 back, and then my train ticket was £19. So yeah, that can be really annoying. Anyways, on my train back home, I usually just relax, catch up on the dailies if I pick them up. They have these free ones that they give sometimes at the train station, so I go through them. Other times you'd find me on my phone scrolling through Instagram, scrolling through my social media, or if you're like me, playing fishdom. I really enjoy the game. I find it interesting, and I can oh my god, I'm so addicted to this game when I'm really in my element. I know earlier you saw me working on my laptop when I was going to London, and then so usually my mornings are when I try to catch up on news, try to do some work, try to do some reading, and then my train journey back home is really for me to just relax and chill and see all the things that I've missed on social media in the course of the day. Some people take naps on the train, especially after a long day's work, usually on the train back home or away from London, and it's absolutely fine to take a nap, but what I'll recommend is try and set an alarm, a discrete alarm for when your train will be arriving at your train station so you don't sleep off. One time I took a nap and then I heard the door open and I basically ran to the door only to realize that that wasn't actually my stop, and then I took my long walk of shame back to my seat. But anyways, when you get off at Hitchin, which I have just done, if you get on around where I got on at Farringdon, then you'll come off at the back of the train, and it's a really long, lonely walk to the exit. So that's a day in my life as a commuter. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was useful to you as a future commuter. I'll see you again in my next video. Until then, stay blessed, stay safe, and bye.